What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Cloud Slayer channel. Hope you guys are doing well. We got another Monday Ramble back at it for another awesome week. We had a great weekend. Hope everybody else did too. Got carved some pumpkins with the kid. Made some awesome seeds. Tried some weird stuff out. Made a kosher salt and grape jelly flavored one. I think it tastes all right, but gonna bring it to work and let people try it. I forgot to bring it to work today, but you know, they don't need to know that. And tried some roasted pumpkin recipes and stuff like that. Probably not the best thing to use for it is the giant Halloween pumpkins. You probably want to use the smaller ones. They have more flavor and stuff like that. But today I wanted to have a small topic, one that I don't like talking about, like politics and stuff like that, but this one's going to be a little bit about politics. So I'm going to call it watch, listen, and vote. So we have a lot of people, every 4 years that this thing, it gets more and more intense, just for at least a few months, or even the year leading up to it. And we're fighting over who's best fit for presidential candidates, who's the best person to be president, who's this or that. There's a lot of misinformation, lies being told, and stuff like that. And there's one big thing is, don't let anybody persuade you for that stuff. Don't let them be like, oh, we vote this way. You're my son, you're my daughter. You're going to vote like that because that's just how we are. You vote your way. You don't have to tell anybody anything because it's your vote. It's how you feel about it. It's who you believe to be the best political candidate, right? And don't let anybody take that away from you, because if you're just doing it because people tell you to do it and not because of what you see, what you hear, and how you feel like voting, then you're not really voting at all, right? Because people pressure you into doing a certain way or something like that. You do it because that's how you think, what you think is right for not only yourself, but other Americans and stuff like that, just like you, right? And you just gotta watch, listen, and do your best to vote for who you believe is right, who's correct. You're never gonna be right. You're not totally right. We're all wrong, right? Because there's nobody ever agrees on these things. Nobody's ever going to agree on what you choose to do, but as long as you believe it to be right, that's all that should matter, right? You're going to do the best you can to evaluate the situation, see who's best for the situation that we're currently in, or things like that, right? We'll go look back in history and, they might say it was a bad choice, but at the time it might have been the best choice for us. Or they might say it was the best choice, or whatever. They're gonna say whatever they want to say, whoever's in charge and whoever is creating a narrative for people to listen to them, to vote, or whatever the case may be. And I have this story here. My family's been Democrat all these years, right? Every year they're like, oh, we got to vote Democrat and stuff like that. And I don't believe that way, right? I believe who's the best candidate is what their policies are for us, right? Just because my family tells me it's for colored people to vote Democrat doesn't mean that's what I'm going to do. I'm not listening to that. There's colored people in Republican Party. There's a lot of them that flip over to that side and stuff like that. And like the common excuses, like they're whitewashed or whatever the crap, or they call them libtards or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I don't care what either side has to say. It's like, you ain't gonna convince me by saying dumb shit. You're gonna convince me with your policies and the things that you do, and what's going to be best for my current situation, right? And those around me, and how are those affected? Like, it's hard to tell, because when they're not in office, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know any of that. And when they get in office and they don't make any changes, that's even a bigger red flag, right? It sucks, you're going to be wrong regardless. So you might as well be wrong the way you want to be. not because somebody else tells you to be that way. And you have nobody to answer to, no one whatsoever, no matter what people make you think. And keep it to yourself, man. I grew up at school, and the schools always told us to keep the voting to yourself. Like, whichever way you want to vote, keep it to yourself. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't owe them anything. You owe it to yourself to vote the way you want to vote, because it's your vote. So that's all I really have to say about that. And I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving coming up, Halloween, stuff like that. Enjoy some pumpkin carvings and get weird with some of your creations if you decide to like cook with any type of pumpkin and stuff like that. Yeah, man, like I said, I made a grape and kosher salt pumpkin seeds. I thought it was good. And then I had a regular taco blend, so it was a little spice into it, but it was also very, very tasty. And then I made cinnamon sugar pumpkin, made like little slices, and I roasted them with cinnamon sugar on it. And oh man, I liked it. It came out pretty good. I wish it was a little more sweet, but it is what it is. I never cooked with pumpkin before, so outside of pumpkin pies, which is all pre-made stuff, I'd never just made it with a actual pumpkin, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, hope you guys have a great one. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. And if you guys enjoy this content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Until next time.